What's up, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at more creepy and strange TikToks. Yo, what is this? Is that a balloon? Is that a satellite on a balloon? Oh, okay. Guess my guess was pretty right. Yeah, because something's like flashing on it. That's the satellites we got, y'all, on balloons. Is this the same thing? Or is this something else? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a satellite? The sun under scrutiny, a star or a optical phenomena? What is the sun? Does anybody have an answer for that question?
Oh my god. What is this? No, please.
What is this?
Oh no, please. Help you.
Social media is in a frenzy after the White House claims to have dropped the truth about COVID. But some of y'all aren't reading it. They're not saying COVID wasn't real. They're saying that the origin of COVID wasn't real. A lot of you owe Asians an apology. You see, there was always an argument that COVID was made in a lab. Well, the White House confirms that the COVID virus had components in it that did not come from nature. What makes it worse, this fish market that had ties to the COVID outbreak is also only 7 miles away from the laboratory where the claims are being made that COVID was made or being studied, where the virus leaked from. And there's claims that Dr. Peter, during the Biden administration, was sending funds to that same laboratory when the outbreak transpired. But he claims that he was sidelined early on when he felt like a leak had happened, and that the media was paid and pressured to only make it seem like one way that COVID came about, which led to the targeting of Asian Americans. So the Asian community, all those old ladies were being attacked, being set on fire, being accused of starting COVID, when in fact, not only it came from a laboratory leak, it happened in a small area of China. And as I keep telling y'all, not every Asian is Chinese. And now there's accusations that some of our officials had something to do with it at that, with the narrative spreading. People already mad at the doctor because he was saying he plead the fifth when he was being interviewed, when they were asking him questions about the COVID outbreak.
Y'all seen that?
How did those cars get on that roof?
Cars
That
on the
car.
roof?
And then that car.
How's that happen?
What do you guys think?
How they gonna get down?
On potential Iranian retaliation on the U.S. homeland. Iranian-backed hackers may be behind an attack on more than 30 water systems in Minnesota.
Tonight, the Trump administration warning water system operators across the country against a, quote, significant increase in cyber threat actors targeting America's water supply. A cyber attack launched on more than 30 municipal water systems across Minnesota this week bears all the hallmarks of Iranian-backed hackers. One town says its water network went temporarily offline.
Developing news coming out today that it does appear that Iran is targeting U.S. water supply here in the States. Take a look at the latest headlines with me as we're hearing the FBI and the CISA are warning about the U.S. water supply. Feds issue a warning to local water systems over increased cyber attacks following a Minnesota incident. Now, Minnesota systems have been targeted. They may have been, and they're saying, yes, it does look like it is the IRGC. Iranian hackers are suspected in a cyber attack on Minnesota water systems, and there have been headlines coming out all across the news outlets today. July 30th, 2026, that they are saying that it is the IRGC that is targeting U.S. water supply. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, this comes as we'd received warnings for quite a while now that the IRGC was wanting to hit us here in the homeland. Take a look. Sleeper agents are poised to wage war in California, putting the U.S. on high alert as a map of their top targets has emerged. And now we're hearing the warnings about U.S. water supply being hit by cyber attacks, trying to shut off our water. We're hearing that there's concerns about water being hit. We've heard the warnings for quite some time about infrastructure being hit in the United States, and we're hearing this is being confirmed today. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on this. Now, in addition to that, we also have heard the warnings about drone attacks. The FBI had said if we were going to be hit, it most likely would be a drone attack, but we're hearing their cyber armies are well underway as well. Iranian drones in Cuba could threaten South Florida, officials have warned. And drones did hit today. Drones hit U.S. LNG vessel at Damietta in a first attack on Egyptian soil. So the war, as I mentioned to you, it is not slowing down. It is speeding up. We're hearing it is expanding. We're seeing other nations starting to get involved. Egypt, for the first time, being hit. Kuwaiti worker killed as U.S.-Iran conflict widens. Iranian strike hits China-owned business amid heavy wave of attacks from the United States. And U.S. military says no U.S. aircraft was hit in attempted Iranian attacks. As we heard the IRGC saying that they had hit U.S. assets. And the U.S. is saying that these claims are false. But what is not false is the fact that we are now hearing from the FBI and the CISA saying it does appear that Iran is trying to target U.S. water supply.
Dang, man. Can't even drink water. It is kind of weird that the water supply is getting attacked at the same time that you have all of these people saying that you should probably cut back on drinking water for data centers. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Is it my conspiracy brain going crazy, or is it just like that's what it is?
The dramatic scene at this gas station near Atlanta. Police say a man was trying to kidnap that woman's child. He's seen chasing the kid as the mother uses a gas pump to hold him off. Witnesses then jumped in to help. In this video, now part of that police investigation, that man faces kidnapping and other charges.
You really got to watch your kids out here, man. Don't let your kids just wander off, because you never know. It's real out here, man. It's man.
My goodness, the Macy's, the big red Macy's bag is down, and this has not been seen.
Dang, talk about
These
vintage.
windows have not been seen for 60 years. Oh my gosh. Did you know that Macy's does not own this incredible building?
Of course not.
They don't own it. That's wild. I had no idea.
Anybody got that going on? Typical Divergent.
Guys, they're trying to silence me. This is a 457-day-old McDonald's cheeseburger.
057.
I had a video back in February that got over 19 million views. Since then, I don't know if they've shadow banned me, if a McDonald's executive reached out to TikTok, or what, but I find it weird that you go from 19 million views to maybe 500, maybe over 1,000 if I'm lucky. But this is a 457-day-old McDonald's cheeseburger. Maybe I'm being paranoid, or maybe the fact that this is 457 days old and it has no rot or mold at all is actually alarming.
What is it?
Actually as shocking as I think it is. And they don't want that information out there.
The one big
So
chemical.
they decided to algorithmically unplug me. They didn't want to take me completely out. That would cause too much speculation. They just wanted to make it so people weren't seeing my videos and seeing this original receipt from March 6th of 2025 that's deteriorating faster than the McDonald's cheeseburger does.
Alright. Nobody's quite told me why this one is here. Like you can see them all back there. But this guy somehow, he didn't make it. Didn't make it to the chosen spot. I mean, the size of this thing is massive. It's not a tiny little rock.
How'd they move it? If they moved it.
That stuff, volcanic things. That is crazy. His poor head and his nose. Wow. Wow.
Hey, yo, so what's the story on those? Anybody got the story on those? Like, why are they there? What were they meant for? I think they dug them out from under the ground, too. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. Let me know if you got any different type of answers for that. I did see somebody had made, like, a video. They used, like, Google Maps or something like that. And there's, like, a lot of other things that they were seeing on the island. SpaceX rocket will crash into the moon? What? It's supposed to slam into the moon at 5,400 miles per hour. And going to leave another crater, huh? Can we see it? Like when it happens? Remember they said to trust the science. Science pleaded the fifth over 100 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this.
So more than 20 years since MySpace launched, making and breaking friendships and allowing users to show off their music taste, the site's owners, Chris Vanderhook and Tim Vanderhook, I didn't know anything about Chris. I only knew about, I didn't know nothing about none of them. I thought it was Tom. Confirmed they're planning to relaunch the platform. We still own MySpace, told Tommy Avalone. Okay, so whatever. New documentary. MySpace. That's a documentary. MySpace, according to people. Whatever, man. He says, man, I guess MySpace coming back, man. Anybody gonna join MySpace? Can I be in y'all top friends? Top 4 friends, maybe? Top 8? Top 10? Top 12?
What's up, Mitch?
Since we holding each other accountable.
Today. I'm sorry you're going through this.
Right.
I know it's been many visits, and how long do these flares usually last for you?
It depends, but can you go get the doctor that just called me a dilated guppy?
Nobody called you dilated guppy. I've not heard the word dilated guppy.
Come here, I can tell you which one said it. Come here, I know his voice. Let me show you. Come here, let me show you.
Ma'am.
No. Excuse me.
Ma'am, nobody called you dilated.
No. You did. I'm just trying to see I know all of y'all got a good laugh out of it.
Ma'am, can you please? No, hold on.
All of y'all got a
You're
good
gonna turn off
laugh
the
out of calling me a dilated guppy.
Ma'am, you're going to turn off the recording. Yes, you are. This is a HIPAA compliant
Okay,
facility.
but
you will either leave or you will turn off your phone.
I'm not gonna leave either.
You're turning off your phone.
Okay,
right
well call the
now.
police. Call the police.
You will turn off your phone right now.
Call the police.
It is in
It
every
was
room.
you. It was you.
No, it wasn't.
It was
and
you.
You're turning off
I
your
didn't
phone
notice
right now.
because you came in there with this soft voice. You
Ma'am,
came in the room with this
turn
soft
off
voice.
your phone. You're not
I'm
recording
so
us
sorry.
in this facility.
I'm so
This is an
sorry,
emergency
ma'am, that you're
department with
going
multiple
through this.
people.
Okay, I just.
You know, you really can't trust anybody. To be honest. You know, I tell people all the time, hey man, be careful going to those places, those offices, those visits, you know. You don't know who you're visiting and what intentions they really have for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's hired at that spot, and now they're hired to attend to you, and they don't even really like you like that. You never know what's going on. Just, hey, be safe out here.
I think you're supposed to think you're not supposed to say Indian either. Yeah. I think you're supposed to call them African Americans.
Boom. Boom. What you supposed to call them? That's crazy. A man must have been trying to tell us this whole time.
Lil Wayne fans are freaking out right now all over the internet, saying that this person performing in his place is actually an imposter. And they really might be on to something here. He does move like Lil Wayne, kind of. But look at that face right there. That looks like someone at least 2 decades younger, and that's not even the craziest part. Right here you have a more clear image.
Where is tattoos at? I mean, it's not that clear, but the Wayne that I knew coming up had like 1,000 tattoos. That's kind of like the reason I started getting tattoos was partly due to Wayne and them. But still, where is this tattoo? You can't even see him.
Lil Wayne has tattoos everywhere, and you really can't see any. Sure, you could say that's the camera, but again, this is a pretty clear picture. And a quick by the way before we get into these tattoos, the Conspiracy Mail Club is now live. Physical mail to you every single month. If you want to join the mailing list, say Mail Club below. They may be destroying all the books, but they can't destroy our copies of these books. As you can see right here, all of his tattoos is clear as day. And now look, I'm sure Lil Wayne is going to see this video. So when you do, just let us know below, is this really you? To me, the tattoos are the least of my concern. It's that face. Let us know, Lil Wayne. Thanks in advance.
You know, I have a lot of questions about Lil Wayne, to be honest. They say he be forgetting a lot of his lyrics too. Like, how you forget your lyrics, but like everybody else don't forget your lyrics?
Have y'all seen that video of Genuine at SeaWorld? I was watching it, right? And in the comments, somebody was like, he looks just like Jimmy Fallon. And I have been cracking up for the past 10 minutes because you ain't gonna look at this motherfucker and tell me that this is not a Jimmy Fallon. This is not a black Jimmy Fallon. It is. Oh my God.
I can't unsee it now.
Who car, y'all? Y'all leaving it?
What?
Who car, baby?
Oh no, we're all at a sleepover and then we snuck out.
Y'all snuck out?
Yes, but my hands are shaking. She usually drives good.
Who? Which one?
The one that's in the car. Get down.
When I take
Yo, stole the parents' whip and drove it up a whole whatever. That's crazy. They're gonna get in trouble.
pictures of the sun and I post the videos, some people say that the sun is like an LED light now. It's been changed. It's not the sun. I know it's changed from yellow to almost white, but could that be a natural transformation as the energies and the frequencies pick up? Or did they actually replace the sun with a light? I don't know.
This guy just shook his head, but look at this. I came back to get my phone to look at this. I've never seen a fucking car in a dumpster.
What?
Neither have I, but I think y'all might be focusing on the wrong thing. The question is who in that neighborhood is strong enough to crumble up their car and throw it in the dumpster.
That's what I'm saying.
That is what we should be focusing on, because that is crazy.
When I say gentrification, this is the fuck I mean. You don't say no fucking when you get on that backpack joint comes off. No, bitch. If it's a backpack, that's the joint. Backpack is the joint.
Why are you teaching
don't say backpack joint. They be fucking shit up, man. They gonna say when you get on that backpack joint comes off. No, bitch. You're supposed to say when you get on that joint comes off.
Why are you teaching them?
The backpack. But you don't say joint means anything. How the fuck you gonna say backpack joint? They be fucking shit up. They really...
You've never seen a meteorite hit Earth, ever.
I've never personally seen one, but...
And think about this. If we're on a ball, and I'm here in the north watching meteors come, I never see them come up from the horizon. But if somebody was in Brazil watching that meteor shower, they'd see them coming up from the horizon because they're standing upside down to me. No one ever sees meteors come up. They all go down. What are they? Electrical phenomena, if you ask me, but I couldn't tell you because I'm not there. People say, what about the big craters like in Arizona? They're all perfectly circular. There's no meteor in there. Those come from within the Earth, in my opinion. Some people say they're fallen angels, but I couldn't tell you.
Do you think there's people waking up?
As I said in the green room, shout out to NASA. Thank you for Artemis. You're making more flat earthers than I am.
Do you believe in the dome and the layers, earth and heaven, etc.?
So I could say I believe in the 7 layers of heaven or 13 heavens above us because I've heard stories about it. I don't have any proof, but I have proof that there's a dome. Are you breathing air right now?
Yes.
Air needs to be contained. It violently fills the vacuum. If I have a thing where I have a container of gas with a tube to another container of no gas with a valve. I turn the valve off. So I got a vacuum and I open the valve, the air goes up and away from gravity, equalizes, so it's half and half. Now if I made that top container the size of a warehouse of a vacuum and I turned it, all of that gas is instantly gone. So we're a tiny little speck in this galaxy of emptiness, and we have air around us. And if that was a vacuum and it's not contained, all the air is gone. We're dead.
Yeah, but it is contained inside the stratosphere.
The stratosphere. The stratosphere is the
ionosphere.
The ionosphere was made up.
And that sphere.
So the ionosphere was made up when Marconi did his first radio transmission. He said, I'm going to send this radio, I think it was 10,000 miles or whatever. And they're like, it's not going to work because the curvature of the earth. And it worked. And so they go, oh, it must be bouncing off of something. And they made up the ionosphere.
So if someone took off in a rocket and shot straight up and kept going, would they hit something?
Yes. So there's a channel that I follow on TikTok called Gas Pressure. Everyone's got to check him out. And he basically just asks people to come up and prove that rockets work in space. And nobody can do it. They go, well, rockets go to space. Show me a video. Every video you see, including Artemis, the rocket goes up very slow. It turns before it hits the dome. And then it goes out of sight and it disappears. And then you see cartoons on the internet. They'll just show you cartoons for the rest or holograms, whatever you want to say it is. But there was one, it was called the Go Fast rocket. I think it was sponsored by GoPro, I'm not sure, or Red Bull. And its rocket went up 72 miles and it was spinning, going. All of a sudden it went kerplunk right into something, not hard, something viscous.
Like water?
Like plasma, water, or something. And it stopped spinning. Now that's one problem. The problem is it stopped spinning. And we made videos about this. It went viral. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes this, MIT did this. They said, oh, they have this yo-yo anti-spin thing where the rocket sends out these yo-yos that literally wrap around the rocket and stop it from spinning. Like no one's ever shown it. Like where on the rocket? Why would you do that? That's extra weight. That's extra complication. Right. And it was just it was literally damage control. But the bigger problem with the Go Fast rocket, after it stuck into that plasma, it floated there for a little bit and we could see the moon. Well, it took off in Arizona. So if the earth was a basketball, Arizona's on the top of the ball, it was a millimeter off that ball. The moon was over Australia, which would be on the bottom of the ball. How could it have seen the moon? Now, you can make up all excuses you want, or you could just say, well, because the earth is flat and the moon was just over there and you were high enough to see it.
No one has witnessed meteorites falling on Earth is enough proof that we are being lied to. How can something that big fall on Earth and no human saw it?
True.
You don't need to be smart to see through the lies, but some of us will, while some will not. Hit like and follow for more.
You just kind of gotta think things through because some things just don't make sense. And when they don't make sense, that's when you kind of gotta ask questions. And when you start asking questions, you'll start getting answers, or you'll start getting more questions. And when you start getting more questions, something's not right. That's what you gotta do.
Now tell me, do you understand this? Because this messed my head up. What is going on?
Wait. Do you see it?
When you see it,
I know y'all. Do y'all see it?
And if you understand, break it down.
How's one duck swimming, but one duck, One duck is just standing on the water. What kind of duck is that walking on water?
We look at the word God and dog. Well, when you're a little kid, you first start to notice these. I noticed these when I was a kid. God and dog, devil and lived, evil and lived. These are all examples of, hey, somebody's doing this on purpose. There's no way First of all, with devil, you got 5 letters. You got 5 letters that mean something forward and backward that relate to one another. Now,
Right.
Luciferians would like to have you believe and speak life into the devil. So, of course, devil backwards is lived, and evil backwards is lived.
We are genuinely...
Wonder how many other words are backwards like that, and what are the meanings behind them?
fucking cook. Because what the fuck is this shit? This is a new robot that you can buy right now, which is half human, half goat, that will do chores for you outside. But what the fuck were they thinking? It looks like Satan. Like, who actually is buying this shit? I mean, if I saw this in a garage or an office or wherever the fuck, I'm running. Like, this is actually terrifying. I can think of a million different things that you could buy to help you with chores other than the damn Satan robot. I mean, can you even ride? It looks like you can sit on that bit. Yeah, for $15,000, would you buy one of these?
Something weird just happened while I was using the app distributed by Instagram called Edits to make a reel. And I just wanted to see what you guys think about it. Watch. So I'm editing a video to make a reel for Instagram, and I'm using an app through Instagram to make this reel. It's just a simple, silly little reel that I was making about how the back of my microwave looks like the exterior of Spaceship Earth at Disney World. So I was editing into it the music and the welcome greeting on the ride Spaceship Earth. And I wanted to also incorporate the closed captioning for the dialogue. So I want to play for you the video, and I'm not going to tell you what the weird part is. I want to see if you catch it at first, and then I'll explain it at the end. So here we go. Let's go to the beginning of the video.
Whoa, you seen that?
This is Spaceship Earth Control. On behalf of Siemens, welcome aboard. On the map in front of you, please show us where you're from while we...
Hey, yo, what app is this? Oh, Reels? Yo. Maybe she'll rewind it.
Put your time travel coordinates.
You see that?
Okay, did you catch it? So there's no dialogue in the video at all, only music, until you get down here to where you get the greeting. This is Spaceship Earth Control, yada yada. There's no need for closed captioning anywhere else in the video, but at the very beginning of this video, the app inputs the words, "The world is going to come to an end." And I can't explain where that closed captioning is coming from because it's not anywhere on the video. Just weird, you know, maybe somebody who was in programming when they developed this app for editing Instagram Reels thought that it would be fun to input some sketchy, kind of creepy closed captioning to catch people off guard. But yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you guys think about that one, yo? I mean, there has been a lot of like weird stuff going on. And I did have like, you know, some weird feeling the other day. It's just like, man, it's a lot of crazy things going on. But I hope nothing like that happens. Maybe like the world as we know it is going to end. And then, I don't know, man. Hopefully nothing like that, nothing crazy happens. Now, what is this? This is in Egypt, I'm guessing, because I've seen some pyramids.
This morning, the FBI and EPA out with a warning to water and wastewater facilities, alerting them to a surge in cyber attacks. Companies in at least 7 states now reporting incidents to federal authorities. Some of the operations affected, according to the FBI, include flooding and loss of pressure, which could potentially allow untreated groundwater to seep into pipes. The warning comes amid a wide-scale cyber attack targeting more than 30 water treatment systems in Minnesota. Authorities have not yet identified who is responsible for the Minnesota attack, but sources tell us a number of officials suspect Iran-linked hackers may be involved. In one case, the hackers were able to actually shut down the flow of water from the well and water treatment plant in the tiny city of Bram, forcing officials to provide clean water to residents already stored in its water tower. In a statement, the city says it was informed that there were at least 4 other communities attacked with the same result. The city of Maple Plain declaring a local emergency that was in effect for 2 days, and the city of Plymouth also affected.
What's up? Mickey Mouse explodes, leaving thousands of kids traumatized. Dang! Every single one of these is a data center. That's crazy work, yo. What are they powering with the centers? I don't know.
The audio that I'm about to let you listen to pertaining to Nolan Wells just might be the evidence that they need to lock everybody up that's involved in this situation.
Let's hear
and
it.
if this audio is 100% accurate, this is the reason why they deleted their social media accounts. This is the reason why every single one of them lawyered up. Listen to this.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Bourne, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, shut the fuck up!
Now, I need you to go back and listen to everything that was said. Listen to how they're panicking in the background. Listen to the names they called. Let's just say this. Gianetta Bretley took time to do something that Mississippi is not doing. I'm going to let you listen to her, and then we're going to play that clip one more time.
Okay, so before I play this, I want to quickly explain what I did, what you're looking at on the screen, and why I chose to approach this audio the way that I did. As a professional audio engineer with experience in dialogue editing, dialogue cleanup, sound design, and post-production, I decided to work on that C-toe call using traditional audio processing techniques rather than relying on any AI voice separation or AI enhancement. My goal was pretty much to preserve as much of the original recording as possible while making the quieter dialogue and background audio easier to hear.
And that's just to let you know her credentials. Listen to the audio one more time.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Bourne, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, shut the fuck up!
You heard what he just said?
Yo. Don't be the only one in a crowd of others. That's all I'm going to say. And if you know, you know. Wait, invasion force of thousands. Invasion force of what? Who is that? How'd they get there on a beach like that? Like a boat somewhere? Like, where'd they march from?
Let's talk about a couple things that show how dystopian our world is becoming. Starting with this article right here where it says 6G can see through walls and measure heartbeat. It says the new 6G mobile communication standard is supposed to be able to detect people through walls and even measure heart rate and breathing. Data protection advocates are raising the alarm. It says what sounds like science fiction will soon become reality. The upcoming 6G mobile communication standards will not only transmit data, but also function like a radar. It says with the technology called Isaac, antennas will be able to detect distances, speeds, and movement patterns.
I think they are already doing this with like Xfinity or whatever, you know what I'm saying? With the little cable modems.
This is happening. This is going to be taking place shortly. And it's interesting because everywhere we're going now, there are cameras everywhere. Whether or not you are looking up on the walls, which is where most people look for cameras, that's not what's really needed anymore because people are walking around with Meta glasses on. We all have a phone where there's cameras there. It's all being recorded and documented. We are walking surveillance. But now, on top of all of that, how there's cameras and artificial intelligence being used all over the place right now, let's pair that with what's going on in our government, because you have CENTCOM to launch first military AI task force with the UAE. And I want to talk about the UAE for a little bit because they are significant. And so because they're significant because they're the ones who are basically being the tip of the spear in driving an artificial intelligence government, because that's what they're trying to do. And so if you guys aren't aware, the UAE creates dedicated artificial intelligence and data authority to build government of the future. They're trying to create an artificial intelligence kind of government to kind of rule things, because there's a lot of people out there who think that humans are not trustworthy because they're corrupt and they can be bribed and all of this kind of stuff. And so they're looking for other ways to kind of replace that, take the human out of it and put something else in its place. And the thing that they're leaning towards is an artificial intelligence government. And so this is really interesting because when you couple all of the other things that we've already talked about as far as surveillance and cameras and data and all that kind of stuff, and then you think about a government, well, it seems like this could be coming in the not too distant future. And so this is why it's so interesting that America is getting in bed with the UAE, because it's the UAE who is the one who is designing this whole system to build some artificial intelligence government. The UAE says we are building the government of the future, one that runs on data and agentic AI. Never stops improving. And then a part of this program, there's an artificial intelligence generated spokesperson, an artificial intelligence thing named Zayed that is going to be the virtual champion, and it's going to be helping with the global objectives. And so you're seeing artificial intelligence getting smarter and smarter and used in all the places that it can, because it can do everything all at once. And so it seems like artificial intelligence, or rather artificial superintelligence, isn't that far away from where we are right now. And it's really interesting because when you think about what's going on in Anthropic, you see that Anthropic's Claude Mythos, if you guys remember Mythos, just found a way to break post-quantum encryption. And so the thing that was uncrackable has now been cracked here. All of the things that they are saying is very safe and secure, they're not. They can be hacked into. And so this is what is going to be, as it seems, as what you're kind of watching on the global horizon right now, is you're going to start seeing this kind of stuff being implemented more heavily into governments. And it's already taking place over in the UAE. And you see America joining hands with the UAE. And so you can almost see the writing on the wall as to where that's going to lead. And to top all of the birth pangs that we are watching take place right now, there were over 100 aftershocks that hit Japan after their powerful 7.1 magnitude earthquake that just took place about 2 days ago. And so you're watching these birth pangs all over the place. And so you're seeing with birth pangs, with increased intensifying birth pangs, that means that something's about to pop, right? The water's about to break. And so that seems to be where we're at. We seem to be on the cusp of these things happening. And so hopefully you have eyes to see. And the last thing, as of July 30th, that it seems to be is where Amir Safadi reports that Hamas has surrendered. And so he goes on and he kind of talks about all the things that are involved in the surrender, but it's meant to take place within the next couple weeks. But my point in bringing this up is that, I don't really know if I really buy it. They may say one thing and actually mean another, but we know it's never going to be peace. And so I don't think this has much to say as far as like, oh, we're getting, they're getting some momentum over there or anything like that. I think it's just another domino falling so that another one can fall after that one. And so it's an interesting thing, but again, what's all the things taking place over in the Middle East? America just hit Iran last night, and now Iran and Hamas, they're a proxy. And with all of these things taking place, it's just heating up. And again, going back to the birth pangs, you see that the water could be breaking at any moment. We don't have much time left.
Yo, what do you think is really about to happen, man? I mean, hopefully nothing too crazy, but an AI government, I can definitely see that happening. I think we're moving into that type of digital age. You ever watch any of the futuristic movies or anime where they got like these AI hackers and companions, and like things are just so far advanced? Like the movies couldn't really capture it back in the day because they had the ideas, but they didn't know what things would actually look like. Things are starting to get there, and we got to be ready for it, because the world as we knew it is not going to be here much longer. We're moving into that data crazy AI era, and we got to be ready for it. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.